Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Vision podcast. And I got myself, Hector, also known as Scene6. And with me, I got Hav.
What up?
And Mario.
What's up?
And tonight, we're going to be reviewing Transformers, Rise of the Beast, Rise of Hav.
The only beast I see.
Rise of Hav.
The only beast here is Hector in the sheets.
Hey, yo.
Wait, what did he say?
Did you hear him?
No.
He said that the only beast in here is Hector because he's a beast in the sheets.
Oh, my God.
With men, not women.
Hey, yeah. Hey, you know what, though?
Already off the
Hold
rip.
on. Let me just say this. I don't know if this is gay or not.
Hey, I don't know if this is gay or not, but like, sucking dick,
no,
I kind of like it.
Shut
fuck is
calm
going
down.
on?
Calm down, girl.
What is going on? We just started. I didn't even get to the announcements.
Bro, that's not what I
We're
was
5
gonna say.
seconds in, Hector already
Because
sucks. That's crazy.
He was like, he's a beast in the sheets with men, not women, right? And I go, I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is gay or not.
Okay.
But when he made that joke, I immediately thought men. Like, was that gay?
No, I wanted to make sure because Hector would have been like, yeah, with women. With you, Mario, it's men. I already know he would say that. Like, I'm like, no, let me
Facts.
specify.
Bro, Hector quick with the reversals. Bro.
That's
You're
what I'm
a
saying. That's
bitch
why I
for
had to
that.
quick
We can't
it.
keep up.
Hey, man, keep up, man.
It's funny.
You be slow, like in the bed. All right, so like, I didn't even get to the announcements. Like, this is already going on. Like, what the fuck? Okay, guys. Before we get into it, guys, let's get into the announcements. All right. We'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Vision Podcast or go to heatvisionpodcast.com. You're gonna see all of our links through there. Also, make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called Heat Vision Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips. If you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights there. Also, make sure you follow our main page called Heat Vision to stay up to date with geek news and films, TV, and video games, and just content in that nature. The socials are at Heat Vision or go to heatrayvision.com. You're going to find everything through there. All the links will be down in the description. And so before we get directly into it, I have questions, a lot of questions actually, before we get into it. And if you guys want to skip ahead, you know, and find out where we're at, because I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm gonna be honest with you. We go on a tangent. It's quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite a few. So, yeah, you guys feel free to skip ahead and everything. This is all from Zion, by the way. They're all from Zion.
All of them?
All of them.
Zion, bro.
Okay, cool.
Hey man, when I say ask as many questions as you want, hey, I'm serious. You know. So yeah, he asked these questions in our Spider-Man review. He commented them. For one of the comments says, "So happy to see Hav back."
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
I
Spider-Man.
saw
On
I
that
saw
one,
it. I appreciate
and he
that.
spelled your name wrong.
No, I saw Hove.
Hove. Yeah, Hove. It just
Yeah, Hove.
What the fuck?
yeah, Hove, man. No, but yeah, Zion. You spell his name Jav. Hav.
Yeah.
The J is an H. It's weird. I know.
I know, Mexicans, bro.
On some real shit. On some real shit. So yeah, I guess we'll get into the. Oh, he also says, "I love the review." So shout out to you, man.
Thank you, man.
We'll get. So let's get into the first question right here. He says, "When you guys get bigger, who would you guys want to partner up with for a show?"
Partner up with?
Yeah, for a show.
As in, like, other creators?
like
other-
review-
Either
You
other
like-
other creators or just have, I don't know, somebody, a celebrity. or
So like a
something.
collab? Is that what he's basically saying?
He just said, who would you guys want to partner up with for a show?
Yeah, he basically means a collab, basically.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
think
like.
that's what he means.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't really watch.
yeah, me
You
neither.
know who I think would be a cool special guest?
Who?
Having James Gunn, bro. And just
I was about to say that, bro. I was about to say that.
and like James Gunn, bro, and just like be like, so like, what's the plan
So,
with
like-
DC? Like, what's
So like, what? So like, what's going on?
Break it down, because I don't know
Exclusive.
what the fuck going
Break
on.
it down for me.
No, okay, I know what you mean. I guess we could do. I mean, okay, Mario. I guess okay. Let's say content creators, and then I guess people who are not content creators but just in that geek sphere.
In the industry.
Right. I guess we could just make that easier. I guess you go first, Mario.
In terms of content creators?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, some of them are ops.
I was
though.
gonna say, aren't they?
Some
ops,
are
bro?
ops.
I was
Zion.
gonna say.
Some are ops, man. So like,
I really, when it comes to reviewing shit,
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say I watch all this person's reviews.
Not even reviewing shit, bro. It's just like have
just like someone who I would love to talk
like
movies
discussions that we usually have, like in the geek sphere, like movie.
Okay, so then I probably do have someone in mind because
Okay.
I know when I watch this person, it's he knows a lot about Star Wars, but I also watch
Okay.
other stuff that's not Star Wars, and I'm just like, oh shit. I would love to talk to him about just movies and shows.
Yeah.
There's this guy named his name's Eric. His let me see the channel name. It's up to you. Well, he has a YouTube channel.
Or he
I mean, he doesn't
Whatever,
he
just-
does reactions.
whatever. Just say
That's
it.
his
It's whatever. I don't care.
You sure?
It's
All
whatever.
right, but it's a channel called Blind Wave. All they do is reactions, right?
Okay.
They reaction channel, but they have discussions
Okay.
about what they just watched. So like they'll watch an episode where
Aren't
the
those the guys
but then-
that like? Isn't the 4 dudes that like? They all sit like on one desk and they watch.
Yeah.
They react. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
'cause
have no
I
idea.
would watch them a lot for their Star Wars mainly because I wouldn't have anybody to talk Star Wars with, so I would watch them, see their reaction, and see their
That's gonna
discussion.
change.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
hopefully. But
He said, hopefully.
what's it called? I saw that he like, yo, this guy knows his shit when it comes to Star Wars.
Okay.
So then I started watching all his other reactions, like The Flash, and other shit like that. And I don't know, with him specifically, I was just like, you know what? I love to talk movies with him or just talk Star Wars with him. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any more?
When it comes to just like other people like in YouTube and shit, I would say him. In terms of like celebrity or whatever the fuck. George Lucas.
George Lucas? Who's?
He's the creator of Star Wars.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Have?
I don't know,
Really
man.
nice.
I don't really have anyone in mind because they're all ops. Like, who do we invite on? What the fuck?
They're all lives.
I don't know. I guess cosplayers.
Cosplayer?
Yeah, like famous, like well-known ones. Like maybe ask them like how they get into cosplaying or what influenced them or how long have they been
Right.
doing it. I don't know. Maybe the people who are passionate about cosplaying are just as passionate. Because let's be real, there's gonna be a lot of them that like cosplay, but they only do it for like the clout, like for them to get
Yeah.
likes and shit like that on their
Right.
social medias. But some of them might actually be invested in like all this like the superhero genre and movies and all that stuff. So
Okay.
we would have to like really pick and choose. Be like, nah, that bitch is too bad. She not one. Let's be real.
I mean,
She thinks Spider-Man is DC. Hell no.
no, hey, some real shit though. There's some really bad chicks that be cosplaying.
Yeah, it's
though,
facts.
you know what I mean?
That's funny.
All right, but okay. If there's no other any content creator, any movie person, reviewer, I don't know, any type of.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, you know what would be really cool is we should have as a guest the 2 top movie reviewers on YouTube. Chris Stuckman, that motherfucker,
Okay.
and Jeremy Johns.
Oh, okay.
And have them brawl. No, I'm kidding.
Have them brawl.
Have them brawl.
I mean, that'd be interesting, but dude, we have to like have crazy numbers for them to come on.
Yeah.
Same with James Gunn, bro. I think for okay, you already said James Gunn. Is anyone else? Or just
No.
all right.
Gordon
I think
Ramsay?
I mean that's what Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
So like, what the fuck? Like, do you like DC or what?
Javi's like,
You
bro,
fucking donkey.
Javi's just like, bro, this is like, you know how you dissect a plate? That's how you gotta do it with the movie. See, like the beginning is like the appetizer,
start
right?
breaking down one.
Yeah. In the middle, that's like the steak with the
That's
mashed
the episode.
potatoes and
That's
shit.
the episode. That's the episode. Is he teaches us about cooking? We teach him about the MCU.
That could be a good idea. I guess with me, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like watch content creators or like YouTube or streamers and stuff, just because like I have a lot of things that goes through my head and like a lot of things behind the scenes that I'm doing. So like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. But we're talking of like celebrities or some shit. Yeah, I was gonna say James Gunn. That'd be cool as fuck to like one day be able to interview him or something. You know what I mean?
Be like,
Put
what's
it
going
on
on
your
with DC,
manifestation board, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna manifest it. I'm not even putting the work. I'm just manifest it because it's real. Like it'll happen if I manifest without putting in any work. Right? Isn't that how it works?
No.
That's what manifestation is.
No, never mind. Go.
It's a bunch.
That's what it is, Mario.
No, you put a bunch of things on the board and like it's gonna be like a reminder, like I'm working towards that. I'm gonna manifest it.
Oh, I don't give a fuck that much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm just focusing on building us up, bro. I'm not. I don't like. I'm not. If I'm gonna be honest, man, bringing in collabs and focusing on like other people and shit. Like, nah, that shit's last, bro. I'm putting me first and everybody else first.
All right, bet.
But yeah, okay. And then I guess the other people were ops, right? They're ops. We're not gonna say who, man. Once we pass y'all, we will call y'all out. But But okay, the next question he asked is, who do you think is going to be the next big bad after King the Conqueror? And I think we kind of answered this one in.
Didn't we do like?
I wasn't here for that one. We answered this one before. It was one of the
yeah?
pods. Yeah, it was one of the pods that. I think it was Luis, bro. I think he asked like, who do we want to see after King? And I mostly said shit, obviously, because Mario, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
don't know.
All right, well, okay, exclude Mario because Mario don't fucking know. Or like, actually, what do you think? Like any Marvel villain that interests you?
Doctor
That,
Doom an Avengers level threat?
yes,
He can
Okay.
be.
I'll say him then.
Okay, I mean, all right.
He can be.
He took my answer. Wait, you took my answer. That's what I said.
Dr. Doom?
Yes,
He's badass.
that's what I said. Shut your ass up,
badass.
bro. When we asked
I
that
thought
question,
he was just a Fantastic Four villain. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean,
Mainly.
he is,
Mainly.
oh, okay.
but
I never knew that he was an Avengers level threat.
I mean, he can be. But okay, well, you already know my answer, bro. What do you think of?
I was thinking either Dr. Doom or
Yeah.
I've been saying it for a while now, Galactus.
Yeah, those two.
A proper Galactus, not what we got in that fucking Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I say Doctor Doom because like, he's another person that could be an Avenger level threat. Not only that, it gives an opportunity to infuse and introduce the Fantastic Four,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then once you introduce Fantastic Four, you can introduce Galactus,
Mhm.
and then Silver Surfer, right?
Yeah.
That'll be fucking. I think that's like.
Did you ever see that trash one that came out?
What?
The Fantastic Four that was like apparently really bad.
I mean,
You know what I'm talking about?
The one with Silver
well,
Surfer?
the one with Silver Surfer?
No, it's like the newest one that came
Oh,
out.
yeah, yeah.
That one that was
Fan
trash.
Stick.
What the fuck is? I know. I don't think I've had.
It's
seen
where
that
they
one.
changed the A and they put the 4, so people call it Fant 4 Stick. Get it?
Hmm.
But it's the reboot one. It's the one where like it was like more gritty and real. They tried to make it like, because at the time that was the big wave. It was making shit more gritty. Like The Dark Knight had just recently wrapped. The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield tried going that route. And so this was another. Tarzan even did with the fucking Tarzan
Oh,
movie that came
yeah,
out.
you're
Remember they were making it a
right.
gritty Tarzan movie.
I forgot about
So it was
that.
during
I
that
remember
phase
that.
of Hollywood.
Okay.
And so they rebooted Fantastic Four, and it was like the thing was actually like a CGI thing, like a rock person. Human Torch was played by Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that. I just know the one where Ryan Reynolds was. Was it Ryan Reynolds or who was it? Who was Human Torch?
Captain America.
Mhm.
Chris Evans.
Sorry, yes, him. Sorry, I don't know why I said.
No,
Ryan
those are the OGs, and I actually like those
Yeah.
movies, bro. Even though they got trash reviews on Rotten Tomatoes
I don't
and all that
remember
stuff,
'em,
and
bro.
some of them can
I
be.
don't remember
I get it. Like some of it can be a little cheesy, a little corny, but like I don't know. There's some novelty to it. I still fuck with
Right.
it. But no, that one that Mario's talking about, the reboot one, fuck no, bro. It's not good at all.
If I remember correctly,
When did that one come out?
2015.
Ooh, yeah, around there. I was
Oh,
gonna
wow.
say. No, I remember the director for that movie was. I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. Was supposed to direct a Star Wars thing. I forgot, but that shit got so like shitty reviews. They were like, "Yeah, we're not working with you."
Oh
anymore."
wow. Okay.
But next question.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we all said Doctor Doom and obviously Galactus. So yeah, his next question is: do you guys like Tom Holland version of Spider-Man?
I think he's fine.
I think when he first was like announced and stuff, when we first saw him,
In Civil War,
it was definitely hype.
Oh no,
Just
dude.
because I think it was because of the sense like Spider-Man is finally here type.
Right,
shit,
right.
You know.
And even then, bro, like here's the thing: that movie came out in 2016. We are
That's
well
crazy.
past. I know. Right?
That's crazy.
I know.
We saw that in theaters, huh?
I know.
Remember that?
I know.
That's crazy.
But I was gonna say that movie was 2016, right? And now we are
Yeah.
quite a few years after that, and now like the hype has kind of died down. Like
Mhm.
now we can technically objectively see it. Me personally, if we take every single live action Spider-Man appearance,
Mhm.
I think the most accurate and best Spider-Man live action we've gotten is Tom Holland Spider-Man in Civil War, specifically in that movie.
Okay.
If we're talking about who was the best Spider-Man, including all of them, I prefer Toby.
Right.
But like appearance, like in movies and shit, easily it was Tom Holland Spider-Man in Civil War, and I remember being excited because I was like, oh man, like he's literally Spider-Man from the comic books in live action. Like he's the best so far. I can't wait for Homecoming and all these other movies. And obviously those movies came out, and I got my opinions on them, but that's why I say it's fine. You would have asked me 2016 when I saw Civil War.
Fire.
I'd been like, bro, he has the potential to be the best live action Spider-Man,
Yeah.
even over Toby, over Andrew. It's gonna be lit.
That's true.
But now I see it as more like, oh, he's fine for what he does. And especially now with how No Way Home ended, and now Peter Parker is the Peter Parker I've been wanting to see since 2016.
Exactly. I got to see that, man.
Now I see the potential of this potentially being the Spider-Man that I was hoping that I had hoped to see in all these years.
Yeah, that's the type of Spider-Man that I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Where he's finally like struggling with money, living in a
On his own.
dingy ass apartment, homemade suit. Now he's street level.
Right.
He wasn't immediately picked up by the Avengers day
Yeah.
one and was fighting Avenger level threat. Blah blah blah. So like now I'm excited to finally see real Spider-Man.
When's
Yeah.
that next Spider-Man movie coming out with him? We have no idea.
That's the problem.
Maybe 2026.
Because the way it ended, you know, just with Into the
Because with the whole writer's strike, it stopped a lot of shit.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
writer's strike.
Oh yeah,
I think I read somewhere that this writer's strike is, other than COVID, other than the pandemic, was the next biggest like halt in all movie production.
And I want to ask Hav, because you might know.
Mm.
Like, I know, like, the writer's strike, as in, like, it's the reason why, you know, a lot of things are being postponed and shit.
Yeah.
Right? How did this begin?
How did it begin?
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
So apparently it's been in.
Because this was recently, right?
Yeah, it started a
Yeah.
few weeks ago. And apparently they've been planning to go on strike for a while.
Okay.
Like there was even a date. There was like, yo, on this day it's like they better give us what we want, or on this day we will go on strike. And apparently I did some research obviously, and back in 07, 08, I think 09, 2007 and 2009, there was another writer's strike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
For the same reasons that these people are fighting for, right? And that strike lasted 3.5 months. And until I guess they finally gave in and gave the writers what they wanted. Now here's what's interesting. In the first writer's strike that was over a decade ago, their goals was that they wanted to, I think it was they wanted to get paid more. They wanted a better pay. Okay? But that was the only goal according to Wikipedia. That's
Okay.
my source of knowledge. The current writer's strike that's going on, I was like, okay, so what's different now? And the goals is that they want even better pay for writers. So it was the same reason as it was last time. There were two other goals that this strike is going for, and this one's the one that surprised me. The one that didn't surprise me is they want bigger writer rooms. So to me, I'm like, what does that mean? An actual bigger room? Or do they just mean they want more writers to collaborate on scripts and movies?
Like more
and
freedom?
stuff? Yeah, I guess maybe more people to I guess maybe like what they mean is not to limit it to 3 writers, but rather like be open to having 6, 7, or 8 and have them all collaborate on a story together, blah blah blah. I guess that's what that means. But here's the one that really freaked me out. And when I read this, it kind of got me theorizing. I have a little
Okay.
conspiracy theory, and I'll explain. One of the goals that this writer strike is going for is to limit the use of AI.
Oh, AI?
Ah.
AI, bro. Apparently, I guess Hollywood's been using AI to in the writer's room, like writing scripts or something. What the fuck? I guess I didn't do too much research, but when I saw that, I was like, "Wait, what?" I could understand making AI Drake songs for fun, right? But now it's resulted that Hollywood is using AI to make movies. What the fuck?
I don't know
What
about
the hell's
that,
going
man.
on? And I was like, is this real? Like, is that actually a thing? It must be if this is one of the goals they're going for. And this is where I said I had a conspiracy theory. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why would they do this? And I was thinking about it. And like nowadays, there is a lot of things that you can do with AI, right? Like even Snapchat has like the AI thing where you could talk to an AI.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of apps that use AI to like where you like submit pictures of yourself and it makes AI avatars of you. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Or using AI to replicate someone's voice and make Drake songs and all this other shit. Or using AI to pre-edit your YouTube videos. Like I'm sure I remember Mario showed us a TikTok. There was an AI that can edit clips together and stuff for a YouTube video. So my conspiracy theory is, well, is Hollywood using AI because it's so powerful to write these movies, to write these scripts, and to write these stories? And it made me think about, what if Marvel Studios have been using this AI in writing their stories, and that's why all these Marvel projects have all felt the same, and why we've kind of went through that little superhero fatigue phase. Why do movies like Ant-Man and Shang-Chi and all these other movies that always have a third act CGI green screen battle that's super over the top scale, and it all feels similar. They all have the same fucking MCU humor that always has a beat and then a joke and then a pause for the audience to laugh so that we don't talk over dialogue.
But like,
I'm assuming that because it's so formulaic, could it be that Marvel Studios is using AI to create essentially the same, not obviously the same story because there's different characters and heroes and different villains and stuff, but maybe they're creating this sort
they have an algorithm,
the outline of a story, like kind of creating the outline, like how artists, like when they want to draw a portrait of someone, they do like the circle and they do the line,
right?
So they know how to line up the face, the nose, and the mouth. Are they using AI to basically lay out an outline of the stories, and then they just fill in the? And then when you go on Wikipedia, or even when you watch a movie, right, and you look through the credits, and it's like written by, screenplay by, right? What if those people getting writer credit is because they're the ones that fill in the rest? Filling in maybe some of the jokes, or maybe writing what's the story goes. But the AI, what do they do is they line up do the outline. Right. How the third act's gonna go, where they can put the jokes, or what kind of jokes and stuff. That was my conspiracy theory.
I wonder how they would do that, though. You know,
I don't know.
That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, with AI being that powerful, I mean, I could see it like happening. And just really quickly, like a little tangent. You mentioned superhero fatigue. You know, that's a big thing that's been being talked about right now.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hav? Is superhero fatigue a thing?
So, funny enough, when a lot of people were debating, is superhero fatigue real? I'm going to be honest with you, all this time, and I still stand my ground, I still believe in this, even to this day, I do not think superhero fatigue is a real thing. I think what it is, it's one of two things. It's either that these superhero movies just all feel the same, and that's more so the fault of the writers and the directors not doing anything new or not bringing anything new to the table, or you are simply someone who's just not into the superhero movie thing. Like, you're not really invested in Marvel and DC. You don't really give a fuck that James Gunn is rebooting the universe. You don't really know who Kang the Conqueror is. You're just someone who's not invested. And so you're like, bro, there's always a superhero movie. It's kind of like...
I know what you mean.
Not to put him on blast, but it's kind of like Radu, our friend Radu.
Okay.
He doesn't hate on the movies or nothing, but he
doesn't
obviously
care.
is not up to date with all the shit that as much as we are. So maybe to people like him who are like casuals are probably like, you know, it could either be him, or people say superhero fatigue because it's really nothing. It's because these writers and directors maybe are not bringing anything new to the table.
Right.
Because here's the thing: if superhero fatigue is really real, then why were people hyped about No Way Home?
Yeah.
Or why were people so hyped about Wakanda Forever?
Yeah.
Granted, I can understand like why Quantumania didn't get as much hype because that movie was just okay. But we did recently get Guardians of the Galaxy, and that movie fucking killed. So, and it's funny because I see all these fucking articles from all these different sources saying James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is proof superhero fatigue is not real. Yeah. And I'm like, I've been knowing this. Y'all late. I knew that this was the case. It's not so much that there's fatigue. It's just that these superhero movies need to be done differently and need to be done right. Yeah. Because then you get situations where they all feel the same, which connects to my conspiracy theory of AI being used to write these outlines. That's true. So I personally think superhero fatigue was never a thing. Yeah. If someone's like, man, fuck Hav, like he's wrong. I feel
fuck him, man.
Fuck
like
that
if
guy.
Someone listening to this podcast was like, no, hell no, I'm fatigued. I feel fatigued.
You know what?
Well,
I'm
here's the thing.
Fuck you. I'm not listening to this podcast anymore. Fuck this.
Hey, well, bro. He's out the building. Well, bro. But if someone listening to this podcast was like, nah, like I feel fatigued. Well, here's the thing. Ask yourself this. Are you actually invested in the superhero genre as much as we are?
Yeah.
Or ask yourself this. Which of the movies recently have you liked and disliked? And it's like, you know what, man? I feel superhero fatigue, but I fucked with Guardians, though. Then that's not fatigue, homie. You just don't like when superhero movies are mid, are average, are boring.
And those same people that say like, oh, there's superhero fatigue, man. Fuck this shit. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was trash or mid. Like all these people.
Thank you. That's another example. Across the Spider-Verse.
Right.
That shit fucking killed too.
Right.
So that's even more proof.
Right. I'm just mentioning that those people that say that the superhero fatigue is a thing and like how people are shitting on it.
Yeah.
Those people still go watch it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
That's true.
superhero fatigue, man. Fuck, man. Across the Spider-Verse was trash. No Way Home was trash. I'm like, why are you why are you going to these things then? You know?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's kind of like they're kind of coping. You know, in a sense where they're going, so like, okay, maybe it's not real. Maybe the fatigue will go away.
Mm.
Maybe this one will make it go away. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know. I think you just got to be like really invested in stuff. But yeah, okay. So I forgot what the question was.
Nah, me too.
The question was, what do we think of Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Oh,
God. God damn it, bro. You see what I mean?
bro. I fuck with Tom Holland.
Yeah, Mario just got to say he cool. Like, that's the issue, man. And like that's a whole conversation that we have planned too, right? In our other pod that we're running, guys, we announced called Cape Shit Podcast. But okay, so let's move on with that one. This next one is, what's your guys' top 3 greatest shows of all time?
Damn.
Top 3 greatest
Top
shows?
3 greatest TV shows?
Yeah.
I would my
Fuck,
top
dude.
2, boy. I know it's 1 and 2, but it's really 1A, 1B for me, really.
Okay.
Like
okay.
where it's like they're both like ones, but like one has to be 1 and one has to be 2.
Which one's 49 and which one's 50%? Which one has that 1%?
Or you mean
higher?
51?
Basically, bro. I mean, just because I'm
Say
already a
51.
huge fan of the franchise and what made me a fan of the franchise, I think I would have to put my number 1 to Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Ooh, okay.
But then number 2, I'll probably have to put Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
At number 2. At 3, that's that's tough. Because I've always known what my 1A, 1B is, but my third spot, I'm just like, what the fuck is my third spot? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
That's tough. I'm just gonna put a great show that last thing I saw was I'm gonna put Arcane in that bitch. Arcane was incredible.
Okay.
Or Andor, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, these are, but my 1 and 2, those are like those are probably will never change.
Okay, I think for me, man, really quickly, man, this is hard, dude.
I'm telling you, it's hard.
One of them, I think, Breaking Bad got to be
I was
one
about to
of them.
say, I feel like he's gonna put that in his too.
Of course it is, girl.
Breaking Bad.
It's master
Yeah,
class.
you're gonna hate me. I never seen that shit.
Oh, that's right.
I only saw like the first 3 episodes with you.
Breaking Bad. What else, dude? There's a bunch of. I'm trying to think. Breaking Bad. While I'm thinking, Hav, go ahead. Do you have anything?
I'd probably say, I mean, in no particular order, if I had to pick top 3, I'd go Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Easily. Fantastic show. I'll even though I kind of stopped watching it, I'll throw up The Walking Dead.
I was thinking about that, but like because I
fell off.
stopped watching it.
Oh, no.
Right.
But yeah, Walking Dead was
You know what?
fire,
I'll say
man.
Walking Dead from seasons 1 through like half of 9. Because that's when Rick was
Yeah,
around.
okay.
Oh, that's when Rick was around.
Yeah, you know what, Hav? I think I'm going to agree with you. Yeah,
Between
I'm
seasons
gonna
1
take
through
that
9, through like 8, Walking Dead. That to me was fucking amazing. And as far as my third favorite show, I don't know, man.
It's tough.
I'd have to say,
Oh, bruh. No brainer.
sorry, what?
Daredevil.
Ooh.
Daredevil, yeah. What the fuck? What am I thinking? Daredevil. Netflix is Daredevil, bro.
That's facts.
That's it. That's mine.
I think
that's my
those,
list.
bro. Breaking Bad,
We agree.
Walking
We're
Dead,
at
and
the same list.
Daredevil. I'd probably say, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
probably
that's.
say.
I'm pretty sure there's others that we're not really
It's
thinking
tough,
about
bro,
right
I'm
now.
telling you.
I was
Wait,
gonna
no,
say,
yeah.
I was gonna throw in Everybody Hates Chris.
I see.
I never seen that.
I mean, no, it's raw, but like Daredevil better, man. Come on.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know why I was like, what? I'm like, dude, no brainer, man. Fucking Daredevil. Okay. Then he also asked, are you guys going to review the new Transformers movie? Yes, that's right now, man. Okay. So the last question we have here is, how do you guys come up with your podcast name?
That's all you.
That's all you, girl.
That's all you.
Okay. Well, okay. Just really quickly, because I don't want to drag this on too long. So I just wanted to create like a pod that all of my friends and I say friends, but like, how's my cousin?
He says it like it's a burden.
No, like I'm just saying like are you like should I say friends or like
Yeah.
you're my
Friends, you
cousin.
say friends plus half. Because he's my cousin.
He's my cousin.
So he has
My
to
friends
come.
and half.
So he has to come.
No, I still don't.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like, hey, can my little brother come?
No, it's just kind of weird saying my friends, but like one of them is my cousin, so like he's not my friend. He's more like is more than my friend. Like whatever. So I wanted to create something where we could talk about this type of stuff, like, cause we're all nerds and stuff. We like video games, we like movies and TV and superhero stuff, and so I wanted to, cause like I said previously, we had a podcast before, but truthfully, we didn't really have a niche. I think it's niche.
I always
Either
pronounce it
Our
niche.
niche.
All right, niche, whatever. And so I wanted to create something where there was a niche, which is in the geek atmosphere type of thing. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now we got to come up with a name. And so originally we provided this lore in our 100 subscriber special. Like I said, how was there? And
The lore.
the lore, yeah. And previously the podcast was called Heat Vision. It was just Heat Vision. And we came up with it because, the way I came up with it was I really love superheroes. I love Superman. And I don't know what it is. I love those type of Superman figures as, like, Superman, evil Superman, Ultraman, fucking Icarus, fucking Omni-Man. I always like those heroes that are built like Superman, that fly and shit, and they're really OP. And then they have that laser vision, that heat ray vision, right? And so to me, that's one of my favorite superpowers. Is like, it's just badass. Like, it's just motherfucker floating in heat vision. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so I thought of it like, oh, that's like a geek thing. Whatever. Okay. So I presented the idea to them. Like, yo, what do you think about heat vision and stuff? And they all liked it. They're like, yo, yeah, fuck it. Let's go with it. Let's roll with it. And so we were going with that. And then later on in the future, I wanted to build Heat Vision more as a brand. And so, I like to be aesthetically pleasing. I like to keep things clean. So I came up with Heat Ray Vision, which is essentially, the same thing, right? And I have it on all socials, even the domain. I have it everywhere. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to rename the podcast to, instead of Heat Vision Podcast, I'm going to name it Heat Ray Vision Podcast. So it matches with the main at Heat Ray Vision on all socials, and it just fits with the main brand. And that is my thought process. And essentially that's pretty much how we came up with it. That's why I like Superman. I like those type of figures. That shit, the whole laser eyes is fucking raw to me. I asked them, I presented the idea to them. They liked it. Obviously, I always do that. I always like, if you guys didn't like it, we wouldn't go with the name. You know what I mean? If you guys really did not like it at all, we're like, all right, cool, we'll scrap it and we'll come up with something else. But yeah, these guys, they liked it, and that's what it is. We're in the geek atmosphere type of thing. So that's how it came to be, bro. Okay, so I think let me see, just really quickly, just to make sure. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all the questions, man. Shout out to you, bro. So yeah, okay, now we could finally get into the fucking review, man. We're already 30 minutes in. That's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, I know, man. It's because those questions, we sometimes get in a tangent, man.
I know.
So like,
I feel like they like it though. When we get into tangents,
feel like that what?
because I have a podcast where they get into tangents too, but like, it's funny to me when they get into tangents. Right. You know what I mean?
I get you. So, okay, so back to Transformers: Rise of the Beast, Rise of Hive, right? Hive was actually in there in the movie.
That was me, girl. Optimus Primal.
That was Hive. Optimus Primal. Yeah. And,
no, Hobbs the master. That's Hobbs.
The what? Omnicron or whatever.
Omnicron, Hobbs. That's who Hobbs was.
That's coming out.
Hobbs eats planets.
The Planet Eater.
Yeah, the Planet Eater.
Or Unicron. Yeah.
I think it's Unicron.
It's Uni something, bro. I remember that.
I don't fucking know. We'll get into it. So, okay, Transformers, man. The last Transformers movie we got, which one was it? Bumblebee, right? Which was in 2018?
I think.
2018. Mm-hmm. And so, Hive told me this. This Transformers is actually a sequel to Bumblebee. Mm-hmm. And all the other Transformer movies by, who was it again?
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, right. All those movies is not canon to these, right? So how do you have, did I get it right? Do you want to add more to that?
No. That's basically it. Well, they were making Bumblebee. They were planning to just make a Bumblebee standalone movie. Yeah. Just like have them and it was going to be a prequel and blah blah blah. But then once they finished the movie and they wanted to release it, they were like, hey, you know what? Like, fuck it, let's just make this a reboot. They just decided on it kind of last minute. They were just like, let's make this Bumblebee movie a reboot, and we'll just reboot the franchise and we'll just start making new Transformers movies in this alternate fucking thing, right? So that's why we felt like we didn't have to catch up with the previous Transformers movies because this was a reboot.
Because it's not really canon. It's only related to Bumblebee, and we actually get a nod with Bumblebee. And but actually, from what I remember from Bumblebee, bro, I mean, I liked it, but to me, it seemed kind of like a little bit silly sometimes, like not believable in a sense where, like, remember John Cena? John Cena is like,
yeah. What?
do you remember? Okay, remember when Bumblebee crashes down?
Okay.
And they're literally Bumblebee's right next to John Cena in his platoon.
Okay.
And they're like right next to each other, and like, okay, for one, the government didn't see that shit. Like government, because you know, like in real life, the government is like, oh, we had an asteroid on the way, or like they could detect it immediately. So I guess they didn't, right? Let that go under the radar. But like it crashes right next to John Cena and everyone, and they survive that blast.
Okay.
Right? I thought that was like, okay, what the fuck? Okay. And not only that, it's kind of like, I don't know, I liked it, but it was just some funny moments because, for example, where like, remember that scene where the two villains, they're driving that badass muscle cars. They're in the desert.
Yeah.
And then on the other side is John Cena and his crew, like, set up a roadblock.
Yeah.
And then they're talking to him, like, what do you want? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To me,
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
remember.
this
I
is not how, like, I thought that was kind of funny because I'm like, I don't expect this from the government to happen like this, right?
Let's team up.
Right. And I guess some other things that I thought was kind of funny is that the girl, I forgot her name. What was her name again?
In the movie?
Yeah.
I forget.
What's her actor name?
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, she's Bishop, right? She's Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, and she's also
Right.
Spider-Gwen
Spider-Gwen?
in
Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse. In the Spider-Verse
okay.
movies.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, okay, so with so with them, we learned that they're, having issues with like money. Do you remember that? Like they're having issues with money
I think so.
because she wanted to fix up her car.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
because her
yeah.
dad, her dad died and they were working on it and stuff, and so she would go to like a junkyard place to find
Yeah.
scraps or whatever.
That's where she finds the...
Yeah, so to me, what I thought was funny is like, it's like, no, we struggling, man. We struggling with the money and stuff. But they live in a big ass house. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
They lived in a huge house, bro. Like,
I remember that,
dude, I'll show you a clip after this. Like, their fucking living room is huge. And I'm like, you struggling, bitch? You struggling? And they live in where? Where was this? LA?
Something like that. I don't know.
think
I
so.
forgot where, but like, you know what I'm talking about? So I thought that was kind of funny.
You know, I remember the house actually. Like,
And not only that, it doesn't explain how, like, we also don't get to see how Bumblebee ended up in that fucking junkyard place. We don't get an explanation or whatever. And then she's able to magically like fix it and like turn it on. And then when she turns it on, that's when Bumblebee does its thing or whatever. And to me, it's kind of like why didn't Bumblebee react whenever someone else like turned it on or whatever the fuck, or why didn't it turn on or whatever? There's some things that I was like, what the hell? Like things that didn't make sense to me personally. So I thought the movie, I didn't think it was like, whoa, right? I think, just really quickly, I think Bumblebee was like a 7. I give it a 7. I thought it was all right. So watching that and then coming into this movie, I was like, kind of expecting like, oh, like okay, like hopefully this was better than Bumblebee. And to be honest, damn man, let's see. To be honest, I think they're like level with each other. If I'm gonna be honest. And I know Mario ended up loving his movie or whatever. He gave it a 10. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Like I think they're like, cause like Bumblebee, like I said, it was a really good movie. It was like some heartfelt type stuff or whatever. And this one's also really good as well. But first impressions when the trailer dropped, I remember like I was pretty hyped because I saw the Maximals. I was like, yo, what the fuck? They're bringing the Maximals, and which I think they're like always my favorite Transformers because they transform into those animals and stuff. So when that trailer dropped, I remember we were hyped as fuck, and even Danny was like hyped. I mean, what did you guys think of the trailer? Were you hyped as well?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mario, what'd you think?
No, I was hyped for it when I saw the trailer.
Yeah. So when that came about, I was thinking like, okay, this got to be fire, right? I was like, I think my expectations were like really high, and to be honest, actually, I'm trying to think, man. I think I'm lying. I didn't know what to expect. I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of like I was hyped, but I was like, from like what I seen from Bumblebee, I don't think like Bumblebee was all right. I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen here. You know. So I was kind of hyped, but then kind of had low expectations, and I would say my expectations. This movie definitely exceeded my expectations, but I still don't think it was like the next blockbuster like hit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I think if you're like a general Transformers fan, like you'll definitely like this. And I guess more so, I like the characters a lot in this movie. Like Noah, everyone else, they were fucking dope. What did you guys think? Like, is there any characters that you're like, whatever?
I wish we would have seen more Bumblebee.
Right.
I wish
I
we
forgot to mention spoiler review. I mean, it's already there. You guys know. Whatever. You guys know. But yeah, that's true, Hav, right?
He dies at one point.
Yeah.
And he's kind of gone for the majority of the movie until the last battle. I would have liked to have seen more of him.
Right.
But, I mean, other than that, I liked all the other characters.
But when he came in, it was pretty fire.
Oh, dude. He was playing freaking LL Cool J's Mama's Gonna Knock You Out. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I don't even. Javi's an encyclopedia. Like, do you hear what he said? Like, written by blah, 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 blah.
You don't know who that is? LL Cool J?
Released by da 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 da. No, I don't really. No.
LL Cool J sounds familiar, but like.
No, I know this. I heard the song before, but like I'm just not familiar.
Yeah,
I know the song, but like I'm not familiar with like the artist names and stuff like that. As we know, man. That's Javi. Javi's the guy for that.
Yeah.
Javi knows the names.
Hey,
and
fuck
stuff.
the laptops, man. Just ask how.
For real.
Yeah.
Fuck Bill Nye.
Yeah, that's how.
That's Hav. We call Bill Nye. Bill Nye, confirm this. Like he's like, I think Hav could got this.
Like, all right,
I think
Bill Nye.
Hav knows. All
Peace
right,
out.
man.
All right, Hav, answer the fucking
Hey, yo,
question.
and I was like, we phone him right on the screen. Like, yo, Bill Nye, can you answer this? It's like, no, I think Hav got this. And I pull out the Bill Nye bow tie. And I'm like, it's like I just answered the question. It's a rap. And then it's like, all right,
All right, there you go. That's what you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I was about to say. Actually, when he died, I guess we could get into that. When he died, I'm gonna be real. I didn't really feel anything because I knew. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, I didn't feel shit because I knew he wasn't dead.
That's kind of facts.
Does that make sense?
That's kind of facts. Well, okay, I guess I'm in the same boat as him. I wasn't impacted like fuck, like it's the end of him.
Yeah.
But like, I felt something in the sense that I was like, like so he's not gonna be in the rest of the movie like until the very end or some shit. Like I wanted to see more of him.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where I'm like, my reaction was more so like knowing, fuck, like where he's not gonna be now.
Right.
In a majority of this movie, like he's gonna be gone for
true.
most of it now. So it was more so that.
Yeah. I felt the same way, and obviously Bumblebee's like the one of the most favorited characters, right? And so
he's one of the OGs,
right? So when he died, I kind of knew it was like they wouldn't do that,
right?
You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't do that for sure. That he's gonna come back or whatever. So that's I guess what I was expecting. That's also another critique too. I mean, like I wanted him to be in it more. I don't know why they did that. I guess to have that badass action scene at the end, like, you know what I mean?
Audience pleasure.
I mean,
to have him be like have an epic entrance.
And we saw this pretty early too. We were like, and there was not that many people in the theater, and even people were like clapping and shit.
Yeah.
You remember what I mean, right?
They were clapping.
Yeah, no, it was only like little. It was only I was supposed to say little people. I was saying little people. I meant only a little bit. Only a few people were clapping. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. But the first beginning of the movie, I was actually like really invested, and it's kind of more believable because so we meet Noah, right? And Noah he's actually having money issues, right? This is more believable because you see him in a cramped apartment in where was he? Brooklyn? He said.
Yeah, in New York.
Was it Brooklyn? I can't remember. Whatever, but like he's in a cramp, whatever. His brother, we find out he has an illness or whatever. Meanwhile, in Bumblebee, man, we poor as hell. And they have a huge ass house. Yeah. You know what I mean? They have a huge house. And not only that, remember the end of the movie? The girl ends up fixing the car, but the car's like painted nice rims. Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, bitch? Where'd you get that money, man? You work at a corn dog station.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny. So I thought it was more believable when he was like having financial issues. So I guess we could start it off. We meet this character Noah, right? He's having financial issues. He's trying to find a job. He can't find a job because of his past. He was a military soldier, and he has a brother. I forgot his brother's name. What was his brother's name? Do you remember?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
But I remember they gave each other code names. I don't know if you remember that.
No, yeah. Go ahead.
So I just know. Well, because this movie takes place in the 90s, so they talk about a lot about like video games and stuff like that. And they basically the code names they gave each other is Sonic and Tails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sonic and Tails.
So I remember he would call his little brother Tails.
Right. And so, yeah, and his brother has a medical condition that causes his arm to like swell up or something. Like, I guess something with his blood, maybe vessels, blood clot.
No, they named it. I just forgot what the fuck.
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
So that's the issue, and his goal is essentially, hey, I need money for my brother. Right? He's doing everything he can. He gets rejected from a job interview, so he's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I need the money, so I'm finna rob. And to me, I kind of like that they included that, because that actually does happen a lot, where younger people, or maybe even 18, 19, but when your record can't get expunged or anything, you're a kid, you do stupid shit, you don't really have the same job opportunities, and because you can't really get the job that you necessarily want, they rely on like, fuck this shit, I need the money, whatever, so I'm gonna sell drugs, I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna do whatever. So like that actually does happen in like real life. And so I kind of like that they included that. I'm like, damn, okay. I was relating to that guy. I was like, dang, man, like that's facts. Like that's hard. That's facts. Especially when they're trying to rob the car and he was like in the car all like paranoid and stuff. That feeling, I understand that feeling. Well, disclaimer, hold on.
I was about to say
disclaimer, hold on.
He said related to it.
Hey.
I was like,
How chill, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey, disclaimer. I'm a man of God, all right? I didn't do it. No, disclaimer. I'm just saying, when he was paranoid and shit, like, oh, shit, this is about to get crazy. I felt that. I was like, dang, I get it, man. Like, you know what I mean? And the other character, right? Mario's laughing, Mario. Shut your ass up, Mario. You
goody two shoes.
Fuck.
My worst crime is a speeding ticket.
No, your worst crime is this outfit. Like, I'm getting sick of this.
What the fuck?
That's a joke. I just said that. I just came up with it like that.
You just needed to say something.
I had to, bro. I had to. I can't let him. I can't let that slide. I can't let him disrespect me like that. No, but you know what I mean? I don't know. What did you guys think about that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I kind of relate with them.
No,
more.
I liked it. I like that they included it because it add more personality to the character.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes it more relatable. It makes it more like, because even though I never saw the OG Star Wars movies that were directed by Michael Bay, because I heard they were trash.
You said Star Wars.
You said Star Wars.
That's twice now that we've said
I know.
What the fuck?
It's
because they.
I was
They're both dumb. No, I was just joking.
I was gonna say they both start with S, so we get confused, but they don't.
That's facts.
Why do we say that? Transformers, Star Wars. I don't know, man. I don't know why. Maybe
Star
right.
Wars, Transformers.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Something.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the OG movies because I heard they were trash.
I like them. I saw them when I was a kid.
Ones.
With Shia LaBeouf.
Well, I heard the first one was actually decent, and then I heard the ones afterwards were trash.
There was a bunch, bro.
There was like 5.
Yeah.
And they were all directed by Michael Bay, written by him, and blah, blah, blah. And I heard that easily the worst part of the movie, other than like the mindless action and just the boringness and blah, 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 was that Michael Bay just did not know how to write interesting human characters. They were like the worst part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they switched the cast and it was Mark Wahlberg and then other people, who knows, that those characters were boring. Like, people would be sitting in the movie theater like, bro, this shit boring as hell. Like, I'm just trying to see the Autobots fight and shit. And even then, when that would happen, like, hella explosions, hella CGI fight scenes, and then people said that they would get bored out of that. Like, they felt fatigued just seeing shit blow up every 5 seconds. Because, like, fight scenes would go on for 30 minutes and shit.
Maybe I gotta watch them again, because from when I was a kid, I liked it.
Well, I never really saw them, so, like, I'm just going based off what I've heard.
Right.
But I think what this movie has a one-up on is that whoever wrote this movie, like the people who wrote the screenplay, knew how to write a human character that was relatable and was interesting from the jump.
That's true.
So,
because I really like Noah, bro. Like throughout this whole movie,
like, I like him a lot.
Like even his acting. Like I liked his acting as well. I liked him as a character. I liked his acting. I even liked the other girl that we get introduced, Elena. Some Uncharted shit.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm telling you, man. That's what I told Hav. I'm like, this is some Uncharted shit. When they were in the caves and stuff. He said Indiana Jones, but whatever, I guess. So yeah, right. But yeah, I really liked her as well, and I don't know, Mari, did you want to say a piece as well? Like, did you like them both? Did you?
No, I was gonna say no. I like Noah. I like Elena. I liked all the new Autobots that were introduced here.
Yeah.
They were all cool.
What really quickly? I know this is like kind of random. Remember the Autobot that was a motorcycle?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't remember when they were in that warehouse, because obviously we get that chase sequence that we get from the trailer where Noah's trapped inside Mirage, and Mirage is like doing his thing. So they finally regroup in this warehouse, with Autobots roll out, right?
Right.
Do you remember when she was rolling in with the motorcycle?
Yep. I already know what you're gonna.
There
say.
was someone on top.
Yep. There was.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Mario, what the fuck? What do you mean? Did you hear that? He said, yeah. Like he said it like in a way like what's the issue?
Like we're stupid.
It's a hologram.
Yeah. What?
They did it in the other movies.
I don't remember that.
No, they did it in the other movies.
I don't remember that, but like
I was about to bring it up later when
it didn't look like a hologram to me, motherfucker. It looked like an actual person on
Well,
that
yeah, because
bitch.
probably for the actual film, they actually had a person on there, but like editing and shit. They
Yeah,
probably
but like it's a transformer, bitch.
well, obviously they're not gonna show it.
Do you hear what he's saying? Do you hear what he's saying? I'm like, dude, she's a transformer. He says, yeah, but they ain't gonna show it.
Like they
What
showed
the
it in
fuck?
the other one, so like you know what I mean?
No, but no. But how come? Okay, they have the CGI to do all this crazy shit,
Right.
and Mirage is driving. Everyone is driving. There's no one in the car. Are you telling me they can't do a fucking CGI motorcycle with no one on top of it?
Well, do you remember the chase scene when Mirage created multiple cars?
Yeah.
They were holograms of Noah in each of those cars. So it's not like they're
Okay.
So it's not like they're against making human versions of
Yeah.
like holograms of people driving the cars.
Right.
So
okay.
maybe the person on the motorcycle was.
But no one was there though. The reason why Mirage did Noah as a hologram was because Noah was in the car with him. But over there was no one with her. Like she just, I'm bored as fuck. I'm gonna just pretend there's somebody on me. Like fuck it.
Well, maybe it's just to make it more reasonable, like the fact that there's a motorcycle driving by itself in the streets.
Okay,
and
you're
shit.
right.
I was gonna bring
You're
up
right.
points, like I can't bring up the
'Cause they're all
exact movie
strolling
where
in
they
the
brought it
streets, bro.
in.
Okay,
but
you're-
imagine like her in hiding or whatever the fuck. She can't just
Shut
go
up.
on the Brooklyn Bridge and just have no one on there.
Shut the fuck up. You did not think of that. He just thought of it right now. And you just said, "Oh yeah, I'm just yeah." Because if you thought of that for real, you would have said it right off rip.
I mean,
Yes or no, Mario? No cap.
I mean, I saw the other movies, bro.
No, Mario, you're not getting it. He made a point saying, hey, it makes sense to have a hologram on top of her because it'll be weird for a motorcycle with nobody inside, whatever. It's more noticeable, right? That's what he said. And you said, yeah, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, if you knew that.
that's what you're
If
saying.
you knew that shit. Like, motherfucker, if you did, you would have said it earlier.
I,
Stop acting like, come on, man. Look at him. He's lying. He's trying to act like,
I feel like that was obvious though.
Why did you say it then?
Why didn't you say it?
Because I didn't know. It just clicked for me when he just said it right now.
Oh, I mean, for me, it was just like, well,
Shut
bro.
your ass.
So wouldn't it be weird if you saw a motorcycle by itself on the road?
He wasn't thinking that. Mario was not thinking that, bro. Now he's saying that he was. You know what I'm talking about?
He's like, I'm ahead of the curve.
He's acting.
I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I called it first. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like it's obvious
that's
because that's what Hav called it out. Because it's obvious, right?
yes, but you did not say that. You mentioned it because they did it in the other movies. That's what he said. Well, because they did it in the other movies.
Yeah.
Not you didn't say the reason. Whoa, dude. Well, Hector, bro, I can explain it to you. Wow, why, Mario? Well, because it could be kind of weird that a motorcycle, with on itself, it's more noticeable. It'll be weird. You didn't say that.
Why? Because I feel like
Fuck
the movie
you,
shit
bro.
would be better. It's like, bro, they did it in the other movies.
Mario, you're not. It's missing the point. The shit's going over your head, Mario. You're not understanding. Whatever, bro. We're gonna move on from that.
All right.
So, anyways, yeah, I wanted to mention that because, like I said, I didn't think about that. But what you said, it makes sense. Well, all right, you know what? That makes sense. But I thought it was funny. And then we never get to see her transform to a motorcycle again.
They all stay
Oh,
as
yeah, you're
robots
right.
for the most part,
I kind of wanted.
except for Optimus Prime a few times, but that's it.
No, like even when they went to Peru, they were all in their
That's
in,
right.
in their car form, and she was inside that
She was-
fucking you know what I mean?
The van, yeah.
The little camper vehicle.
You know what would have been a cool shot right there? Is right there. They're in Peru, right? They're trying to They finally figured out where the other half of the key is. Fuck, we forgot to explain that. We'll get to that in a bit. where the other half of the key is, right? And right there, it's really cramped. It's one of those like villages or places where the roads are really cramped.
Yeah.
So you know what would have been cool as fuck? Come on, man. Where like they need help, right? Because they're being attacked underground where they are. They're like, yo, we need help, Mirage, whatever. He's like, we can't, there's too many people to, we're being blocked off by whatever. And then that motorcycle chick inside the hippie car, she's like, don't worry, guys. And she comes out and transforms to a motorcycle, and she's able to weave and bob and weave through the, like, really badass, and like maybe go on the roof and shit. I don't know, like, you know what I mean?
That would be cool.
That'd be raw as fuck. Hey man, sign me up, bro. hey, I'm finna go on writer's strike. I'm sick of this.
You're joining them.
I'm sick of coming
I'm
up with
joining
all the answers. Y'all rely on
They
the guy.
fucking they ask him why he's there. It's like, bro, I thought of this really cool scene when I was filming this podcast.
I'm like holding aside. I'm holding aside. He's like, hey, I haven't seen you here before. He's like, yeah, I'm new. He's like, why? He's like, I just came up with a cool idea.
Yeah.
Like, for the Transformers Ride This Beast, you saw it? Yeah, it's fine. I keep keep holding the fucking side. And they're like, are you even a writer? Nah.
Nah,
But I support y'all though. Like, I get it.
Hey, if you win, I win.
That's funny.
We all winning.
We all winning. You know what I
Hell
mean?
no.
How you gonna win if you don't play the game? Remember that? Anyways, I thought that would have been like a cool scene, but we never get to see her transform as a motorcycle, which I was like, all right, whatever.
No, I don't think I think I hated about her also is that they made her like her weapon seem weak, bruh. Like I don't even remember when she would shoot her shit. It felt like they did nothing.
They reminded me of fuck, bro. Why am I having a brain fart, bro? From Halo, the elite guns.
Yeah.
spike gun?
I forgot.
No,
what it's
not the
called.
needlers.
The one that like it overburns. So like when you
A plasma rifle.
Yes.
Plasma rifles. That's what it reminded me of. Like the plasma rifles. It kind of look like that.
Is that the one where like, it has like an alt fire where you hold it and it shoots like one big thing, or am I thinking of another gun?
No, it's a plasma pistol. The one where like where it's a single shot, but then you hold it.
Hold it. And
Yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
charges
That's a
up.
plasma
Okay,
pistol.
never mind.
So okay, yeah. So I guess let's give a quick like a quick summary, like quick rundown of what the fuck's going on, right? Hav, can you do that really quickly on why, what they're looking for and what the fuck, what are their goals?
So something that's not explained in the movie. This is more so like general Transformers knowledge is what people need to kind of like know.
You're right.
Is that in the lore, like in the comics and the old cartoon shows and stuff like that, we even see it in the intro of Bumblebee, and that's true. That all these Transformers, these Autobots, are from a planet called Cybertron. And I'm not too familiar with the source material. I kind of vaguely know some of the details, but there was a huge war going on Cybertron, and Cybertron, the planet, was dying. It was losing to, I guess, the villains like the Decepticons and shit like that. And their last line of hope of defense was Optimus Prime as their leader deciding to transport him, Bumblebee, and a few other Autobots to another planet to kind of like regroup and to kind of like seek refuge and shit. And that's how they end up on Earth. I believe that's how it went down in Bumblebee, like the intro before we saw them on Earth. I believe that's how it also goes down in the comics and the show and stuff like that, and the actual source material. So this movie picks up where they said that they've already been on Earth for many years, and they're just trying to look for a way back home, because the way they left it, there was a huge ass war, and the fucking planet was about to die and shit. And they just want to make sure, they just want to get back home, make sure everything's okay. If the war is over, if they got to go back and save the planet, blah blah blah. So for them to go back home, they have to retrieve a key, which looks like a stone, looks like a bright stone that glows and shit like that.
Kind of like a dagger, maybe. No, not a dagger.
like a double dagger,
like a double bladed dagger.
Like it reminds me, like I feel like I've seen that before, like that shape before, like in a video game or somewhere.
Probably.
But whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
But they basically need that key in order to transport them back home and stuff like that. And at the same time, the villains in this movie, which are the Terracons, I think that's how they pronounce it.
I think so. Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
They want the same key, but they want it for a different reason. The Autobots need the key to get back home. The Terracons want it because they want to summon this planet-eating fucking robot thing to like rule the world and rule the universe and blah blah blah. And that planet-eating thing is called the Unicron, I think is what they called it.
And it survives by eating planets, like Galactus.
Galactus from Marvel Comics. And so that's basically what the plot of the movie is them trying to, because you find out that the key has been broken into two halves, and so the point of the movie is to try to find both halves of the key and to try to get back home and stuff like that. While you find out that this key was originally made on another planet, which I'm gonna tell you right now, I forgot the name of the planet, but it's where the primals are from.
The Maximals.
The Maximals.
Oh yeah, the Maximals, the which were the animal ones, right? So you find out that they had their own planet.
And at the very beginning, we see that planet gets destroyed.
Yeah, because
that shit was gnarly, bro.
They get destroyed because the Terracons that are working for Unicron, they come and they basically destroy the planet. Well, they don't destroy it; they kill the leader, which was that one. I forgot the name. It was like the one gorilla dude.
Wasn't it?
But it's the one.
I forgot his name.
I think it was his. I think he was the father of the one that we see in the
Optimus
actual,
Primal.
Right.
Yes.
I think he was like his father or something, and we see him sacrifice his life to buy them time
To escape.
a lot like the Battle of Cybertron, where Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and all them, they went to Earth for refuge. Same thing goes on in this planet, except one of them stays behind and buys them time for them to escape.
Yes.
But then by the time they escape, it's too late. You know, they escape refuge. They seek refuge on Earth, and you see Unicron just consume that planet, and that planet is now destroyed.
And the way it was consuming it was kind of freaky though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like sucking it up into like a black hole type of shit. Like, no, that looked creepy as fuck.
Yeah. Dude.
No, the CGI right there looked raw as fuck.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Yeah, it did look pretty cool. So yeah, how I've pretty much explained it. That's what's going on. Like I said, we already talked about Noah, right? We left off where he is now robbing, right, with his friend, and that they're robbing a car. What do you know? That car, just like in Bumblebee, it's a car that's been there for however long, right?
A couple days, I think they said.
Yeah, and obviously that car is Mirage, right? And then they have their little chase sequence that we see in the trailer, and then we get back to the warehouse where they meet up, or so that's where we had our conversation. And so yeah, they're like, yo, we need to find this key or whatever. They found that key, I guess part of it is being illuminated like a beacon, and only Autobots can, or the Maximals and all these other people, whatever, they can only see it, but humans can't. And the way that it got activated is because we later meet that Elena girl, who she's like an expert of she's like an archaeologist and she's an expert, like an expert historian, where she knows the stone, she knows artifacts, like she's very intelligent in that nature. And so she works at a museum, and obviously they bring up new stuff of that been discovered, and one of them was a bird-like figure that was the shape of I forgot her name, man. The
Air Razor,
right? And she finds out, hey, like this is new, whatever. And she's doing research and stuff. She ends up doing a research and accidentally activates the beacon, and that's how the beacon happens, right? And so they need, hey, this place at this museum, we can't go and busting in there, man. We're Autobots. Yeah. We need somebody. And so Mirage ends up, persuading Noah, like, hey, help us out, man. Come on. And the way he persuades him, which I like, it wasn't one of those generic, like, for the better of the world? Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't that bullshit. It was because Mirage is like, yo, if you help us, I could let you sell me. I could be a Lambo, I could be whatever, and you could have all that money, whatever. And that will help your brother that needs medical aid and stuff. And so Noah was like, hey man, fuck it, whatever. And so he took that, and I actually did like that. Okay, it's more believable. All right, you know what, I would have done the same thing. I was like, all right, man, all right. So he ends up doing that. He gets to the museum, and obviously the Terracons,
yeah,
they're like, oh shit, they're there, whatever. And then we get this huge action sequence, and obviously this is where Noah and Elena finally meet, and they build a bond, escaping a fucking dog-shaped figure of a fucking I don't know, Dogatron.
Dogatron.
I don't know, man.
That's what they are.
That bitch is scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, we were dead, bro. Like a 1-on-1. Like if I go 1-on-1 with that thing, I'm dead, bro.
Yeah, anybody's dead, man.
But you know what's funny? It's like that thing would kill us, right?
Yeah.
So imagine like the big ass robots. It's funny. It's funny how like Noah is like so confident. All right, let's get it. Let's fight. Even though I'm a human and like y'all robots, let's get it.
I know what you mean.
I thought that was kind of funny. So eventually they team up, right? They meet up with the Maximals, right? They find out, hey, we need this. We have the keys. I know, like Javi said, there's another half of the key. It's in Peru. the Elena, she's like, hey, I think it's in Peru. Let's go over there. And they go into this cave to find it and stuff. And that's what's going on. And eventually they do find the second half of the key. And obviously it's like a cat and mouse type of thing where like Terracons will get the key and then the Autobots will end up getting it. And then we get to the. Am I missing something else, bro? Anything else that's more that was more important? I'm trying to remember.
No.
I'm sure. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not like skipping anything. And then finally we get overall the Terracons end up getting the key and they have this like, dude, what is that? Like a tower? It was like a
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. It was something, bro. I really don't
I was thinking
know.
about the building at the end. At the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
what was
that
that?
where they were
Or
at.
was
I don't
that
know what it is, but whatever it is, it's able to call. It
It was like to open
Unicron.
a
A portal to
open
Unicron.
that portal.
Yeah, it's whatever that thing
Right.
is.
Machine.
And
Like
that's
they
how
just, they
able
just
Unicron
needed
was
the
able to
key
get
to
through.
activate it, so they could let Unicron in.
Right. And then obviously Autobots are like, yo, we got to stop this,
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where we get the scene where like, dang, it's a wrap. Everybody gave up. Like, they got it.
Yeah.
we gonna die.
It's over.
And then it's funny because Noah is the one that says, nah, I ain't done fighting.
Yeah.
And he's the one who calls everybody, all right, y'all, listen up. I thought that was kind of like funny.
Well, then again, you got to remember that was that scene where he starts calling everyone in, like,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. If I remember correctly, that scene also took place right after the scene where Optimus Prime and Noah talk.
Oh, yes.
And they're
yes.
like, we're very similar, you and I. Like, you're fighting for your people, and I'm trying to for your planet, and I'm fighting for mine. That's why Optimus Prime didn't really get mad at him when we got that one scene where he tried to destroy the key.
Yeah, that's the thing I forgot to mention.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, because like, go ahead. You explain
So
that.
basically, like, cause Noah basically pitches to Elena like, we got to destroy this key. She's like, what? Like, but then they won't be able to get home. It's like, yeah, but if the bad guys get the key and they complete both halves, they're gonna let something in that's gonna kill our world. So we got to look out for our own. Blah blah blah. And so when Noah finally has that second half of the key and he's about to break it, Optimus Prime stops him, and rather than like being like no and then like kills him or some bullshit or like attacks him, he actually is like very calm about it. He's like, no, like please don't do it. And like he actually talks to him rather than like being the aggressive kind of mean type that he's been so far. And obviously no one ends up not breaking the key, and then that's how the bad guys are able to get it. But then later they have this moment where they reconcile and they're like, I don't fault you for what you were trying to do. You were looking out for your people, and I get it because I'm looking out for mine. We're similar in that way. And I liked that this movie kind of went in that extra layer where they kind of made the robots and the people sort of connect and like relate to each other in a way. I'm not going to go as far as to say that this is the first time we've seen it because again, I've never seen the OG Transformers movies, but I liked that it added that extra element to it that like, you know what I mean? And also I get it, right? Because Optimus Prime kind of started off being like, fuck humans, like they're not reliable, blah, blah, blah. So then you see kind of the character growth where he's like, hey, they're not all bad. Or you know what? They're much like us than we realize, more than meets the eye.
Yeah, who said that? It was Optimus Primal.
Yeah, because it's a fucking nod to like their catchphrase for the shows and toys and stuff. But yeah, that's basically how it went down.
And just really quickly, we also like to relate to that where the connection with the humans and the Autobots. We even get a nod. Oh, what the hell? Hold on, guys. We get a nod. What I want to talk about is from the B movie where he mentions like humans are whatever. I understand B that one of them was nice to you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then just carry on. Hold on, give me a second.
I bet. Basically, what Hector's referring to is that there is a scene where they're basically making that plan of trying to steal the key from the museum. And when Mirage had basically pitched to Optimus, like, hey, man, my boy Noah can do it. What you mean, girl? It's a rat, blah, blah, blah. Basically, they go reluctantly. Optimus Prime goes along with the plan, but as they're watching from afar, they're like, "Hey, man, I don't think this plan's gonna work because humans are unreliable." And that's when Bumblebee starts talking in the radio shit, and he's like, "I understand that one was good to you, B, but like, not all of them are the same." Which is basically the nod to Haley Steinfeld and her character to the Bumblebee movie.
Right.
Again, like I said, I liked how it played on to the character development, where he was like, "Nah, like humans can't be trusted," and where he's like, "You know what? We're more alike than we thought, and let's work together." And blah blah blah.
So going back to like the reason why Noah wanted to destroy the key, right? Is like, hey, one side is, hey, these Autobots they're not gonna go home. They won't be able to go home. But if it falls on the hands of the enemy, it's going to destroy our world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to ask you guys, would you have thought for yours, right? For the planet, for your own planet, and actually destroy it? So like, hey, or would you take that risk that Noah did and hey, you know what? I'm not going to destroy it. What do you guys think?
I would have destroyed it.
You think so?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I am not as optimistic as that motherfucker, bro.
Not even if Optimus Prime was like, Hav, please. Because here's the thing, what if you destroyed it, he probably would have killed your ass, man. You know
That's
what I mean?
facts, huh? Like, hey,
But
man,
then again-
on a scale, that motherfucker huge.
That's what I'm saying.
I
do you
feel like
think,
if I
Mark?
were to destroy it,
Yeah.
the what are they calling the bad guys? What are they called again?
Terracons?
Terracons. I feel like they would have killed me regardless. They're like, "Fuck you, destroyed it." You know what I mean? But I feel like if you don't destroy it, they're still coming after you. It's not destroyed.
Oh, but
you know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing, right? Is like, if you destroy it, right? Sure, will you probably die? Maybe. Actually, probably. Right?
No,
You'll die.
you're gonna
No,
die,
you'll
bro.
die, but you know for certainty that Earth is not going to be destroyed. And sure, you could argue, but what about the robots? They're going to go crazy. They're going to go ballistic. Well, the military could take care of it, which we haven't seen the military, which I thought was kind of funny. Because in the Bumblebee movie, we see the military or whatever, you know, keep it under wraps. But here, all these crazy explosions, all this crazy shit, the military can't detect it. And be like, yo,
Yeah, that's true.
Sarge, we got something crazy going on. Like, not even...
Don't worry, NYPD got it.
Not even anything, bro. I'm like, what the heck? I was kind of
Hell no,
expecting
bro.
the military.
I was expecting them to call America's Finest. Liberty City Police Department.
Hell no.
LCPD, girl.
But I was expecting, okay, so, because listen, all this crazy ruckus that we get, right?
Yeah.
Like, Hob, it's a lot, bro. Dude, at the end of the movie.
It's a lot.
Hob, listen,
It's a
bro.
lot.
Listen. At the end of the movie, we get some endgame shit.
That's true.
We get some endgame shit. You're telling me the military has I have no idea what the fuck. They don't see that big ass ball like next to the fucking Earth. They don't see that. So here's the thing. To me, I was kind of laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I even looked at Hob. I'm like, the government don't see that shit,
Yeah, I know.
right? So that's one thing, right? But I get it's a movie, blah blah blah. But listen, I was expecting the military to pop through, and guess what, Hob? I don't know. Later, maybe I'm just reaching, right? But like, I was expecting the military to come through, and like a secret surprise, like cameo, like John Cena.
Imagine.
Sir, we got some crazy activity. It seems like they're back. And then it's his chair, right? He turns around. They're back, huh? Or some shit. I don't know. And it's John Cena with that scar, remember? Because Bumblebee ends up saving him, and then Bumblebee ends up letting him go because at this time, like, he viewed as Bumblebee, and everyone like, yo, fuck y'all, right? You know, as you guys are aliens. But then at the end of the movie, Bumblebee ends up saving John Cena's life, and so John Cena's like, nah, you could leave because the government was looking for Bumblebee and the
Bro, I was gonna say, you remember that movie hella good, bro. I barely remember that movie.
I mean, that's what I
All I remember is how like Bumblebee's car looked.
no.
Haley Steinfeld was in it, and the big house.
I spark note that bitch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I spark note that bitch. So like, because like I said, I seen the movie that like, a long time ago.
I saw it
But
one time when it came out,
But I
dude.
just spark noted, and I
Yeah.
just took the main things from what I remember, and then it just clicked. I'm okay. So that's what I was expecting. How I was expecting the military to be alert, and then have John Cena or some shit come back as like a hidden cameo. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
It probably would have been funny to have that John Cena cameo at
Yeah.
the very end when the guy was recruiting the kid.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But like, I mean, kind of, because like you see this bitch in the sky, you see you hear the war going on. It's like Endgame, and there's no one's alerted. Like, that's what I was expecting. Like, oh
No, I
shit,
get you.
like,
I
come
get
on, we
you.
going to see John Cena again?
Hey man, it was in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, I guess. But I feel like some type of military would have seen that bitch.
No, I'm not saying
they gotta be able to
it,
detect
like,
it somehow.
for them to
you know
show
what
up
I mean?
type thing.
Okay, then again, yeah, it's not really U.S. soil,
Yeah, that's
you know. So like, it probably would have been, different, a different government or whatever. But anyways, okay, so let's get at the end, right? So now we're at the end, and we're on this. There's this tower where I forgot the villain's name, man.
Scourge.
Scourge,
yeah.
right. And has the key. He's trying to activate it. And stuff. and the plan is for Noah and Elena to travel these like underground like catacombs type. I said catacombs. Like, tunnels type shit to get to the what's that called? Like that the power source, the control panel.
Control panel.
There we go. Yeah.
Like a control panel to put in a specific code to stop it, because if the process is interrupted, it'll blow up like a bomb, like he said, a nova or something, right?
It was more powerful than an atom bomb.
Than a supernova.
Like,
oh no, my bad.
Yeah, wouldn't that destroy the whole planet?
Hey man, don't question.
I don't.
Wait, no, because a supernova is a star exploding.
Is it?
No,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right? Huh? I mean, Mario?
I thought he said atom. I thought he said atom more powerful than an atom bomb. That's what I thought I heard. But like Javi could be right. He could have said supernova too.
Can you? I said supernova.
Oh, you said. Can
you look up a supernova? I'm pretty sure it's a star exploding. Because I could have sworn he said supernova, and like that shit can destroy a planet, bro. You know what I mean?
A supernova is the colossal explosion of a star.
Yeah,
I was right.
So
I could have sworn he said
the planet's gone.
I could have sworn he said if it's interrupted, it'll blow up stronger than a supernova.
He probably did say that low key. I'm trying.
Right?
He said something.
Let us know in the comments,
Listen,
guys.
bro, it's between an atom bomb and a supernova.
But they're two
just know they fucked.
No, because they're too different. It's different, bro. If it was like an atom bomb, it'll be like a nuke, essentially a nuke.
Yeah, they still fuck.
Yes.
The planet's not
the
gone.
Planet's not fucked.
I know the planet's not gone, but
a
they fuck.
supernova, the planet's fucked.
Gone. That shit gone.
So
Or the moon's gone too.
And the moon, yeah, bro. Like that's the difference. Like I wanted to make that. I mean, if you guys remember, comment down below.
Yeah.
But I could have swore he said supernova, so we're like, oh fuck. So that way, I guess maybe to create more tension, is like, hey, you can't fuck this control panel situation that's going on. And obviously, while they're doing that, we get an end game style, where what's the name? Scourge
the villain.
Scourge calls up his little minions and stuff, and they do like the Maximals and the Autobots. Is it what do you say? Maximus Paximus. I don't know. I just said
What
that.
the
he said some shit like that.
He said his calling, like Maximus something, and then where Optimus Prime is like Autobots.
Roll out.
And I think he said just Maximals.
Yeah.
And they both said roll out.
Yeah.
Which to me is kind of like, it doesn't really make sense with Maximals to roll out, but I get it, And we get this side by side crazy end game scene. That was badass. I'm not gonna lie. I like that whole thing.
Hell yeah.
Especially when Optimus Primal was like, Maximals maximize or some shit.
Yeah.
And then then they transform to their normal
To their robots.
robot. That shit's raw. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Maximize. That's what Mario looks in the mirror and looks down and he says that to himself. Maximize. Maximize. That's what he be doing. In hopes that bitch will maximize.
That's what Danny be doing, bro.
In hopes that bitch will maximize. Optimus Primal did it. Why isn't it working?
I can be Prime.
For real.
I can be Prime.
Maximize.
I want to roll out.
Maximize. That's funny as fuck. But so yeah, that was fucking badass. We get this whole scene and everything, and obviously, I keep forgetting his fucking name, man. Scourge, man. Scourge.
Skirt, but Scourge.
Scourge is like near the control panel, obviously, and Elena and Noah are underground beneath him. And while that's going on, Mirage has decided to, distract them and stuff. So now they're fighting up top and everything. And then Noah actually gets captured by him, and Mirage ends up saving him. And we're like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? And Scourge is about to blast his ass away, and Mirage gets in front of him. And hey, man, it's an evil world, man. We get this, we get this death scene, but he's not dead. We'll get to that, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what's with this? What's with these movies that not want to kill people?
This movie had a lot of deaths. Oh, a lot
of rebounds, a lot of
deaths, but specifically, it had a lot of fake deaths.
Yeah, like
with Mirage.
Have you noticed, like, just movies in general, like they be doing that?
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither. I don't like it.
Like,
either.
it got like, dude. Like, let's be real. A bunch of movies they do that now, right? That is why, when Bumblebee died, we didn't really feel shit. We're like, oh,
It doesn't feel heavy because
Same with fucking Fast X. And when John Cena died,
Yeah.
I didn't feel shit.
Yeah, because you just know they're not dead.
I was like he could be, right? He could be.
He could
but
be,
like
yeah.
it's the fact that because they do this so many times, it's like, nah, I ain't falling for it. Like he's probably gonna come back. Like scarred, like all like burned up or some shit. Like Freddy Krueger or some shit. But you know what I mean, bro? I feel like that's what happened. And so he ends up protecting Noah from being blasted by Scourge. And you know, we get this. I really like this. We also get like a heartfelt scene where like he ends up dying and like Noah's there, like, yo, Mirage, gotta get up. And then his brother ends up calling him, yo, what's going on?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, because at this time, this is where Scourge is actually succeeding, and like we get this crazy dark clouds like going all over the world or whatever. And yeah, we get that heart scene, and during that scene, I was telling Hav, I'm like, dang, strong ass radios. Like, bro, they're literally just walkie-talkies, normal walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker his little brother's in Brooklyn, and this motherfucker in Peru.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's one of those where like it's a movie about robots.
I was like, what the fuck? No, you would have been more. But here's the thing, bro. Like, I feel like Hav, they need us in the writer's room. Because, like, if we could just check this out for ourselves, we could fix it. Ready? Want to know how? Want to know how I could fix this easily, super fast?
Okay.
Is remember that scene where Mirage finally meets his brother?
Yeah.
That scene is like, okay, when he's explaining, hey, I'm leaving and stuff. Hey, be careful. Hey, you better protect my brother or whatever the fuck, right? And then he say Mirage sees the walkie. He sees the walkie. He's like, what is that? He's like, what is that? He's like, oh, this is how I communicate with my brother or whatever. He's like, here, try this. And he gives him his own like radio or walkie.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, here, you'll be able to contact me through this.
Yeah.
Easy fix. You see this?
Yeah, I get it. I get you, man.
Hav, they need us in the writer's room. We gotta. I'm getting sick of this shit.
He said,
I'm getting sick, man. I can even find a way to incorporate the government
Oh,
in that
the
bitch.
government.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
then that movie would be 3 hours long.
But no, like in a sense where the government knows what the fuck's going on, but like maybe they can't get through. Why? Because that tower. Boom. It's gonna be like Tip of the Spire from Halo Reach, where there's a tower and it creates a shield. So there's no interruptions or whatever. So the government could have been alerted, and they're like, "We're on our way," and they're on their way, but it's a shield. You see that? It's, we can't get through. Light them bitches with the fucking missiles, and nothing's going through, boss. Whatever. There you go. Give me that. Dead me up, huh? Dead me up. Like, I'm thinking this on the spot, bro. I could make a 10 out of 10. No, I can't. Probably can't. I can't make a 10 out of 10 movie. I'm like,
I'm competing with AI. Let's be real.
yeah, for real. Conspiracy theory. But like, as a writer, I don't think as a writer, maybe not. Like, I think I could like maybe like add things or maybe correct a few
Pitching
things.
ideas?
Yeah, but I don't think I could like full on like write the dialogue myself. I don't think I could do all that.
That is what a writer's room is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just a group of people pitching ideas. That's what it is.
Oh.
And then it takes
I should be
one
in
or
that.
two people to take all the ideas and put it into a screenplay.
Oh, I should do that.
That's
then.
how that works. So you would have to be in the writer's room.
Presenting
Like,
ideas.
hey, you know what?
Hey, fuck it.
Have him say the N word. It's like, hey, yo, chill, Hector. What the fuck? What you talking about? You know,
What the
say bullshit like that.
Fuck yeah, man. I know what you mean. Like, just throwing out ideas. It's like, and then we get this heartfelt moment with Prime and whatever. Hey, fuck it, man. Make them kiss. Fuck it. We're already close. We're already make the Air Riser and Optimus Primal kiss, man. Fuck it. Before she dies, just fuck it. That'd be funny as hell. No, but you see what I mean? You see how I kind of just fixed those things like really quickly? That I think that could have happened.
Sure.
Obviously, we didn't have to see the military, but we could have just gotten a scene where the military was alerted, obviously, and they could have been on their way, but because of this force field or whatever, they just couldn't get through. You know what I mean? Then they maybe get contact. Oh shit, Prime. Looks like we're not alone in this. Whatever. And they're like, oh damn humans, whatever. And then Noah ends up getting in contact with them. He's like, listen, kid. Maybe it could be John Cena. I don't know. Listen, kid. We can't get through. This is all on you. And it plays on the character development where Noah is finally, instead of thinking for his own, he's thinking like of his own, but also others. And he kind of becomes like that Superman type of deal. But yeah, that's what I mean. So anyways, Mirage is dead, fake dead, right? He's like, you gotta do this on your own. This is the crazy part where we see where Noah gets crazy. How do you want to take it away?
He becomes Iron Man.
He becomes Iron Man or Mega Man.
That's facts. He does look like Mega Man.
Yeah, man, Mega Man. Which
basically,
go
basically
ahead.
Mirage just breaks himself down into like
smaller pieces.
and he starts connecting onto Noah's body, and Noah becomes a Mirage sort of suit, and he basically operates it like an Iron Man suit, basically.
Exactly.
And so now he's joining the fight.
Yeah, and
Mario,
Mario.
he puts on the suit, right? He looks like Mega Man and shit. He flying everywhere. I just want him to go to Scourge and be like, huh, now I'm the one that meets the eye. He just starts shooting him. Like, it makes no sense, right? But like, it'll make the audience be like, he said it. It's raps.
Right, and they start clapping and shit. Dang, I wonder if we saw this in a packed theater, if a lot of people would have been clapping and stuff. Because I feel like it wasn't just kids clapping. I heard, like, I'm pretty sure it was other people that were clapping as well. I don't think it was just kids, because I heard them from, like, above us. And when I looked from above, it wasn't kids. But whatever. But, yeah, I'm curious to see, because there's a lot of people love, I was about to say Star Wars. Transformers. Yeah, bro, I was about to say Star Wars. A lot of people love Transformers, right? So, anyways, we get this Mega Man suit and Noah, and all of a sudden he knows how to rock people, right? Sure, I guess he's a soldier guy, but okay. Mario had a point that he made. Mario, do you want to say your point about this scene about with Noah becoming Iron Man, becoming
What point did I make that I said to you?
You said that you really liked it, but you feel like others
Others what?
really, bro, that others don't. I don't want to talk for you.
No, I don't. I straight up. I know. I remember me saying I liked the scene, but what did it? What do you mean? What about others?
You said that you really like the scene. But you feel like other people are not gonna like it at all.
Oh, okay. No, I just feel like people are gonna find it silly, because like it kind of is silly, bro. Let's just be real.
It was.
It's silly.
I was
as
like,
fuck.
all right, what the fuck?
But I don't know, something about it. I'm just like, me
I thought it was
personally,
cool,
I fucked with it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
You know what I mean? Like like you guys said, like he miraculously know how to use it. Like he struggled for like the first like 10 seconds we saw him in it, right? And then afterwards, he's sprinting, using the jetpack, shooting shit. And I was like, bro, struggled for 10 seconds and now.
I like to think that maybe Mirage is helping.
That's what I was.
You know what I mean?
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looked cool, like the suit itself. Now you have an excuse moving forward to how Noah or even Elena can now be more involved in these fights, because now they're not completely useless. Because let's be real, like if let's say they never brought those suits in, Noah and Elena can never be used again in the movie.
Well, only Noah had that suit.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, like if he can easily transfer it to Noah, like why can't Elena get one? You know what I mean? You know,
Well, she was busy on the control panel.
No, I'm talking in future shit.
Oh,
not in this
okay.
movie. Obviously, she was busy doing her own thing, right? Trying to enter a fucking alien password, whatever the fuck. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like me personally, I really enjoyed it. I was like, you know what? I actually fuck with it a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But I fully understand people would be like, bro, that's so stupid. Like I
get it.
totally
It's
see
kind of
it.
like, because we never seen this before.
Yeah.
You know, this is the first time we've seen this happen. We're like, yo, a human has Autobot material suit
Parts and shit.
So I
yeah.
understand that. Well, like I said, this is the first time we've seen the movies, right? We're not familiar with.
Yeah,
the,
we're not
with the
Transformer
comics or
lorers.
anything. Yeah, right. We're not familiar with that. I mean, if it is in the source material, or whatever, let us know in the comments. But yeah, we're not familiar with that, so I could understand for the people that are not familiar like that might think, like what you said, oh, it's kind of maybe silly, maybe they're reaching, you know what I mean? Or it's cool. I kind of saw it both. Like I kind of like, oh, what the fuck? But then I was like, all right, man, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like no
Like,
way.
whatever.
But
Like-
you know what? Why is it kind of raw though?
It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
He's doing his thing, and plus, I guess what maybe helped is that because we like the character.
That's also very true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We like Noah.
I also liked because I think personally what maybe would have ruined it is if, because now he has this Mega Man Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Is that now he's the one that saves the day?
Oh yeah.
Imagine if they would have done that. Like he's the reason
Yeah.
he defeated Scourge.
Yeah,
and not
that's- Yeah,
fucking
nah.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that would have been fucked.
Yeah, that would have been
Thank
weird.
God they
That
didn't
would have
do
been
that.
worse. I did like the scene where
He was just an assist. He was like assistant.
exactly like he just kind of helped out with the battle and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But like if they would have made it, if they would have wrote it like, oh, he saved the day. He was the one that defeated Scourge.
Yeah.
You could kill all these Autobots, but not me. because I'm more than meets the eye, and kills him. Or whatever. That would have been stupid. I'd have been like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Go back to the scene where they're talking on the walkies, right? Where like we're having the heartfelt moment where Mirage is dead. Noah's like underneath him and stuff, and his brother's talking. Hav, I want to ask you, what if? Because remember in the very beginning of the movie, obviously he doesn't get the job because of his past or whatever. Him and his brother have this convo in the train, and he's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You know, Clark Kent, had to go through many interviews, whatever, to get the score in Daily Planet. You know, that whole scene." And he's like, "Well, I'm not Superman." What if in this scene? Listen, ready? What if in this scene, right, where he's talking to him, and he says all these things like, "Come on, you don't give up. You're the most strongest person I know. You're my Superman." That's crazy. What'd you think, Hav? To like a nod to from the beginning. What'd you think? What would you think about that?
I'd been cool. I would like that.
Put me into the writer's room. Put me into the writer's room, Hav. Put me into the fucking writer's room. I'm getting sick of this shit, man. God damn. I need 3% equity of Transformers.
3% equity
of the whole franchise.
I thought you were gonna say, what if that's what he called himself?
No, that would have been bad.
I'm Superman Prime.
No, that would have been bad.
Superman Prime.
Optimus Soups.
Optimal Soups. Or Optimal Superman. That's kind of go hard. That sounds like a villain or like a boost in Superman, like Optimal Soups or Optimal Superman. That's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Wouldn't that be cool? It's like, you're my Superman. Nah, because then fucking DC would have been like, give me a cut.
Damn.
Give me a cut for that. Give me a cut for saying that. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay. Going back, right, the Mega Man and stuff. You said it'd been stupid if he's the one who ended up saving the day. I definitely agree. And then we get this. Something happens where like we get Energon.
Yeah.
Energon. Where I don't know how that happened. Do you guys remember how that happened? Like the energy wave. I forget.
It was at some point where like Unicron was like coming down, or it was just starting and it blasts, and so there's this wave comes out, and we were teased of a little bit of Energon before, but when this wave comes out, it shows like there's actually quite a few like remnants of this Energon shit.
That's true, because they're carrying Bumblebee's dead body around and stuff, and they have it in the forest and stuff. They're discussing, is there a way we could revive him? And I think Optimus Prime was like, we need Energon, but like it needs massive amount of energy or whatever the fuck,
some shit like that,
massive amount.
Yep.
And so later we get that energy wave going throughout like the area.
The area.
And we're like, and obviously we already know what's up. We're like, oh shit. And sure enough, we get Bumblebee. Like I said, he comes in all badass and he does his thing, and he's out here teaming up with Noah, doing their thing. So Optimus and Scourge finally get the one-on-one.
That was lit.
Yeah, they finally get their one-on-one.
Optimus gets his one, man. That's good.
Yeah, right. They get the ones. And
they get the one.
And that whole scene was cool. I think the whole battle was just fucking cool.
I said in the beginning when you first mentioned this, like when you first talked about this scene, like this whole part of the movie, I just fucking loved.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking raw. And so they obviously Elena ends up doing her. That's another thing, man. We can't overlook Elena, man, because her being smart, her knowing this, her writing down.
Thank God.
That's literally what, if we're gonna be honest, that's mostly like help the world, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So she ended up doing her job. They end up escaping, and Optimus Prime is actually pulling an Optimus Primal's dad or whatever. Hey, go on. I'm gonna hold him back. And sure enough, everything is shut down. But yet, some of like the Earth or whatever the fuck is still being sucked in or some shit. And obviously, Optimus Prime is trying to like stop himself, and he's getting sucked in. And then Noah comes in with this super mechanized suit and grabs him. And they start saving him, and then obviously they do that thing where that thing that's playing throughout the movie. Together, we do this together.
Mm-hmm. We're one, like
we're one.
We're the same,
right?
Yeah,
and Optimus Prime comes in and helps him, and they end up saving Optimus Prime. And yeah, that's pretty much the war's over, man. Scourge is defeated. They stop this. They stop Unicron. I wonder what happened. That like you'd be like, he's just there floating. He's like, I bet, and he just leaves. You know what I
No,
mean?
because
No, no,
I
it
don't.
was a
He didn't
portal.
pass through its portal.
Oh,
He was gonna
you're
go
right.
through a
Portal.
It
portal,
wasn't
so
like
it
he
just
was
closed on
It
him.
was a portal for him to get to Earth. So
Yeah.
like when the portal closed, well now he's out there in
gotcha,
space.
gotcha,
stuck
gotcha.
over there.
I thought,
Where
oh
the
yeah,
fuck was that?
I thought he was there, bro.
No,
No.
You're thinking of the scene in the beginning when he ate the
Oh yeah,
other
yes,
planet.
you're right, you're right.
Where
you're
the
right.
where the primals are from.
Yes, you're right. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, so the portal was closed and everything, and then what happens after that, man? Everybody was given. Oh, you know what happened after that? A carne asada. They had a barbecue, like Fast X.
No, honestly, just like Fast X, Transformer movies kind of end all the same way. With Optimus Prime giving some fucking stupid ass monologue, which usually starts off with all remaining Autobots, and he says his fucking whatever the fuck he said.
That's true, right?
They,
That's true. He does.
They kind of all end like that.
That's true. So yeah, that's what happened. You know, they end up saving the day. Everyone's going their own way. Elena's on TV for discovering the tunnels and like all that.
The ruins in Peru. That one more specifically.
Yeah, and like the tunnels and everything. And to me, I was kind of like, dang, you could have cut my Noah a bag. You couldn't like, cause he's the one who was there with you, bro. Y'all were there together. You can't get him some slack. But hey, I'm Hayden. He's not. He says, hey, Brooklyn. He's like supporting her. He's at the new job interview, right? So everyone's doing well. Noah's at this job interview, and this shit's crazy. Do you want to take this away, man? Take this away from me, man.
Yeah.
He's at this job interview after this whole shit.
I mean, he goes to a job interview and he's talking with the guy, and it turns out that the guy knew everything that Noah had done when he went to Peru with the Autobots and everything, and he's like, basically we know a lot more than you think we may know. We know like basically what you were doing, everything that you'd done, and this and that. We know your history, and we would be happy to offer you a position at our organization. And if you join us, we will give your little brother 24/7 medical care with one of the best doctors in the world, and blah blah blah. All you gotta do is just accept the offer. And then that's when he kind of goes up to the wall and like moves the frame, and then like it opens up a secret door, and there's like a whole freaking operation behind this little ass fucking door. And like you see fucking cars and like military planes and all this bullshit. And he's like, here's my card in case you're interested. And that's when he hands him the card, and he's looking at all this crazy shit, and he's like, what the fuck? And he looks at the business card, and he flips it over, and it says G.I. Joe. Black screen, roll credits.
What the fuck, man? G.I. Joe. That's I don't.
I wasn't
know,
expecting that.
man. I was like, what the? Javi and I were like, what the fuck? And then Javi was like, are they in the same universe? And then I confirmed that they are in the same universe. And so to me, I thought that was cool. I mean, from what I remember from G.I. Joe's, bro, like I remember liking the movies, but then they just stopped. How many movies were there? 3?
It was just 2.
Oh, 2?
Because the second one flopped hard as hell.
Right. So I think this is their chance to like not only reboot Transformers, but maybe
They already
G.I.
tried
Joe.
rebooting G.I. Joe. It
Oh, did
flopped. Yeah, last year. No, 2 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, they
I did
came
not
out with
hear
that
about
Snake Eyes movie. It was
Oh,
that
wow.
Snake Eyes standalone movie.
Oh shit! I don't think I heard about
And that
it, bro.
fucking movie flopped too. It did horrible.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? What do you think about this, Hav?
I don't know.
What do you think they could do here?
Well, I think the way it went. I think what happened was that Transformers was already in production by the time Snake Eyes came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they had it all planned out, but then once Snake Eyes fucking flopped, they were like, "Well, fuck it, we already filmed the movie. Like we're already in production. Fuck it, let's just roll with it." And then I guess they're just gonna figure it out later, unless they plan on not tying the Snake Eyes G.I.
Right.
Joe movie with this one. They can just kind of
Just do
branch
like
off to
whole,
their
like,
own thing.
Do like a whole reboot and thing
I guess for a third time.
for a third time.
Right?
But this one gotta be fire, cause Transformers, man. Come on. I wonder how they were able to like mix that together.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
It's
are they gonna
a
have
creative
Snake
challenge,
Eyes?
that's for sure.
Snake Eyes riding Optimus Prime. and
Right,
shit.
like on some like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what kind of threats they're gonna go against?
That white ninja, the one that's like our Snake
Oh,
Eyes' arch
yeah.
nemesis.
So like, essentially, they're gonna use the Transformers because he's like, yeah, even your friends, it'll be your friends for me. They're gonna try to like use the Transformers as their Avengers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In a sense, we're like, all right, man, we're dealing with some deep shit. We need y'all help, type shit. So yeah, I think that like I was shocked, man. I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is really confusing, but it is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I thought it was it's pretty interesting. I remember like, I could have sworn the first movie did well, right? G.I. Joe.
I think
can't remember
so.
because
I mean,
that shit came out when we were like kids.
Yeah, bro.
The first one, or
The
very, very
yeah, the
first
first.
I remember,
Joe.
dude. I remember liking it, but dude, it was like you said, we were kids, so I don't
Yeah.
fucking remember.
I remember getting like the toys.
I remember
I mean,
thinking,
playing with
you know, the
toys.
white suit, and then obviously the good guy ones and the black suit. I remember him thinking he was
Yeah,
so
the white
cool.
ninja
And
and,
the
then
bl-
the
the
black
black one,
ninja.
yeah.
Which who was Snake Eyes, the black one?
the black one, the one that doesn't talk.
And then who was the what was the white one?
I think his name was Cobra.
Cobra.
so, yeah, I
Yes,
think it
I
was
think you're
Cobra.
right. Yeah. But yeah, that's how it ends. And then we get obviously there is a post credit scene. It's a mid credit scene, and it's just Noah fixing up the car, and the car we know is
Mirage.
right? And we find out that Mirage is not dead. You know, his friend is right there. He's like, hey, let's sell this bitch. And then Noah's like, nah, this car is special. He's like, man, I bet you money this bitch don't run. He's like, I bet. And so Mirage transforms back into the robot self, and his friend's like shocked and stuff. And that's how it pretty much ends. So yeah, Mirage is not dead. It kind of goes back to like I said, like dang, nobody's dying except for the villains, right? Like obviously I'm mostly talking about like characters that are like liked or whatever. But I get it. This is their technically second movie of the reboot, so I guess they don't want to kill people off yet.
Sure.
You know. But I guess more so that issue is mostly in the MCU, like from what I noticed. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother thing. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much, we pretty much covered everything. Let's get to our ratings. Who wants to go first?
Who wants to go first? You have?
Do you want to go? I feel like Hector never goes first.
I never go first, yeah. I never go.
Ooh,
You guys want me to?
Sure.
Go first.
Need to
Alright,
hear
I'll go
this.
I'll go first. The Transformers, man. All right, man. This movie, you know, in the beginning of the podcast, I know I said that the Bumblebee movie and this one was like the same. Now talking about it and like remembering the fight scenes and shit, this one's definitely better, but like a notch better.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And I think if you're a Transformers fan, you're gonna like this movie. The action's pretty cool. The characters are actually likable. It's none of that, you know, weird. We're like, oh, these humans are kind of worthless. Kind of like in Black Adam, where like they were just there.
Dude. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For real.
Like, yeah, it was none of that. Like, these guys actually, it wasn't oversaturated with human characters.
Yeah.
It was two of the main ones, and they all were important and had, like, their role. And I really like that. They were all enjoyable and stuff. And, like I said, if you're a fan of Transformers, you're going to like this movie, especially because it's, like, they changed Optimus Prime to, like, his comic-accurate, like, version. He looks pretty cool. I still like the Michael Bay Optimus Prime. I thought he was cool, too. And even Bumblebee. Wasn't Bumblebee, like, the newer Camaro?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was a buggy? Wasn't he the
No,
newer?
in the
Oh,
Bumblebee
and,
movie.
in the original movies, yeah.
Michael Bay, wasn't he like the
He was a
badass
Camaro.
Camaro?
He was a Camaro,
like
yeah.
the newer ones.
Yeah.
Here he's the older Camaro.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see, man. My rating. I'm gonna give this one because, like I said, it wasn't crazy spectacular like a blockbuster like type shit that I was thinking, but it also wasn't terrible. I think for me, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
All right.
I'm gonna stick with that. Who's next?
Go have.
Me?
All right, go ahead. Hav.
I mean, I pretty much think the same way. I think this was a pretty solid movie. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected.
Yes.
Personally, that was just me. I had a lot of fun watching the Autobots do their thing and fighting and shit like that. The action scenes were cool.
Right.
I like seeing the character development and everything. So, for me, I would probably give this movie. I'd probably give it like an 8.
Oh shit, for real?
Oh wow.
Damn, I was not expecting that
From Hav?
from Hav.
From you, Hav?
Hey.
I did not expect that from Hav. That's
What,
crazy.
you want me to go?
I thought you were gonna go like a 6.
Me too.
Oh,
6
really?
or 7.
I thought 6 or 7.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. You're like the. You're like,
What?
I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm like, you like critique the shit. You know what I mean? Like hardcore, more than me and Hector Loki. I feel like.
I
But
guess
I'm
he's
not saying it's a
oh,
bad thing. Like we
guess
need
he's saying,
that.
I guess he's saying you're more like critical.
Oh.
I guess.
No, but
Yeah.
we need that. So I thought you were gonna be like, nah, he's probably gonna hate on
5.
it. But like,
because
I don't blame
a
him.
lot of other outlets I've been like giving this like a 5.
Yeah, like
5
Rotten
and 5 and
Tomatoes gave it
6.
a 58.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
Isn't that a rotten score?
Yeah.
That's
Rotten
from,
score,
that's,
my
from,
bad,
that's,
my
that's
bad.
from the critics.
The critic review, my
score,
bad.
though.
Should explain it better.
Because the audience is
What?
what?
80.
In
Last
the
time I
80s?
checked, 80. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think I'm right in between the middle from the audience and the critics. I think 7. And then Hav gave it an 8. That's crazy. Okay.
Oh shit.
What do you think, Mario? Well, you gave it an 8. Mario, for you, this is a 9.
Nah, I'm just not a 9.
Come on,
nah,
man.
listen, man.
It's not a 9?
I enjoyed this movie. I do think it is better than Bumblebee. I would give Bumblebee a 7. Just like I think you gave it a 7.
Did I give it a 7?
I think you said it was a
You
7.
said.
That's what you said. I'm sure.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I would give Bumblebee a 7. Also, but I do, like I said, I think it's better. I enjoyed a lot of the Autobots that were newly introduced to me.
Yeah.
In this movie. That's something I always enjoyed about the Autobots and in the first 2 Transformers compared to the ones we got in the first one and the second Transformers movie, is that there was these 2 pairs in Transformers 2. They were brothers, or not brothers, but like they have the same car, but one's pink and one's green.
Right.
Right, and they were funny as shit, bro. Like that's funny as shit. Okay. Right.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
They were twins.
They were twins.
I think they were twins.
Like I said, they're the same car, just different colors.
What?
But you know what I mean, like
hold
that.
on, let me
But
look
it's
it
like
up.
Autobots. Like, are they brothers and Cybertron or some shit? It's like I don't know. But that's one thing I always liked about Transformers is that like every Autobot always seems so unique and has its own personality, which I fucking love. In this movie, I think it carried that out. Also, I very much enjoyed the fight scenes.
These,
and shit.
right? They were green and orange.
Yeah, those motherfuckers, they were funny as shit.
Yeah,
dude.
they were twins. Yeah,
They
I
were
remember
so
these
funny.
guys.
They were
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, but like I said, I think the fight scenes were really cool here. I do agree with Hector's critique about the villain. It's like, oh, they're just there to be there. I kind of do agree with that. I do see that. Not gonna lie, but I don't know, man. I feel like I should give it a 7, but I just it's like one of those things where I'm like, I'm gonna let it slide. Because I really liked it, bro. I'm gonna give this bitch an 8.
That Mega Man suit cranked it up.
I'm not gonna lie, I really fucked with the suit. I was like, it's like at first it was silly, but like I kind of fuck with it.
No, yeah.
So like I think I'm gonna have to give it like just like with Hav, I'm gonna give this an 8.
There you go, an 8. So 2 8s, 1 7. I know I gave Bumblebee a 7, but like I said, I like even though they're both 7s, I think this one
They didn't do enough to give it an 8.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But
it was slightly,
it
was slightly better. And to be honest with you, I think it was slightly better just because, number one, the characters were more likable. And Bumblebee, I didn't really like the side character. Remember that guy with the afro?
I think so.
He was the one that was like trying so hard to get at the girl.
Oh.
I didn't really like him. I was like, okay, cool. He was just
Playing a stereotype in a movie
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
I know what
like-
you mean.
like
like the uncle or boyfriend like in Black Adam. You know what I'm talking about? The dude that drove the car,
okay,
like
yeah,
him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like in the movie, he was just obsessed with the girls. Like, hey, can I talk to you? And then she'll be like, no, I can't talk right now. And he'd be like, yeah, sure, go. Like, he would just kind of act a little bit corny and like he was like an assisting character to her,
A supportive role.
a supportive role. But it just, I don't know. I just didn't really like that character. But here, right? Noah and Elena, they play supporting roles, but it also makes it feel like they're just as part of the story as everyone else.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think that, in a sense, the characters, and not only that, the action sequences and the action that happens, definitely is a lot better than Bumblebee. But to me, I don't think it was enough. Just because of those two reasons and stuff, I don't think it was enough to like, for me personally, just give it an 8. Or
Do you
like
think
even,
if in
even
the
beyond.
next installment, if they added a villain that was not more horrifying, but more threatening, and you feel like
Interesting.
he's a presence actually in the room,
Uh-huh.
that would bump it up to an 8. If the villain,
You know
was
what?
more,
I guess
if
so.
the villain stands
Just-
out more.
I guess so, just because like I don't know, this might be just me personally. I didn't really feel like that tension or threat with Unicron and everyone else.
No, I feel you. I
you know what I mean? Like, sure, oh yeah, destroying the planet and stuff, but like for some reason, it didn't really hook me or grasp my attention where I was like super invested. Like, oh my god, like I'm actually worried about these fucking guys. You know what I mean? That's just me personally. Kind of like with Shazam, Fury of the Gods, where the Daughters of Atlas, right, off rip, they ain't playing games. The shit that they've been doing, I think that gets me more interested is when you see them, like, actually, oh shit, they don't mean Peter Wood. And sure, you could argue in the very beginning how they destroy the Maximal, the Maximal's planet. Sure, you could argue that, but that's really the only thing we kind of see. And also, besides what few police officers or bodyguard being killed. Remember that museum scene? Maybe it was just one.
I think it was one
bodyguard.
security guard.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the threat like that hard, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's just maybe just me. But yeah, guys. Okay, so to recap, 2 8s. I gave it a 7. That's gonna be for the review of Transformers: Rise of the Hive, Rise of the Beast. Thank you guys so much for listening, and remember, don't let your past haunt you guys. Take care.
Peace.
See you.